Do you want to talk about the initial science, obviously Genethera? Do you want to chat about the initial science that made you go, aha, I can build this into a business?
I very quickly realized, I mean, initially Genethera was focusing in human diseases, like we were working with like hepatitis C, basically trying to find ways. But I realized pretty quickly that the major emerging field was, at the time we were calling it crossover diseases. They were now called zoonotic disease. I mean, they've always been called zoonotic, but back then we were using the term crossover to make it simpler. So basically, these diseases, zoonotic diseases, I realized, I guess before a lot of other people did, that they were the biggest threat for the human race, because there were several elements that were coming together. And one major element was climate change. Climate change plays a major factor in zoonotic diseases because, for example, one thing that it became very clear that diseases that there were until the weather was cooler, there were tropical diseases. They actually very quickly became diseases of the Western Hemisphere. And one of them was the West Nile encephalitis that transmitted by the mosquito that we back in the 2000 around. So we had an outbreak in New York in the East Coast. So that was really a major career change, because I say, okay, well, I think that we need to refocus here and say, and this is what's kind of a aha moment. It says, we need to push this zoonotic disease, type of platform, and that's what we stuck with. I mean, obviously, that was the platform that at the beginning was very tough, because people didn't really have a big interest in zoonotic diseases. But obviously, in science, you have to be patient, and now after 17 years. It's pay off in a big time, because now we're in the midst of one of the probably most severe pandemics in the last couple of centuries, trying to find a solution. But one thing that I want to clearly say, we're not like a lot of other companies out there that they're jumping on the wagon. We've been sticking with that for the longest. So we have much more experience than a lot of these companies out there, and that's why we have opportunities and we have the knowledge to do things that other companies cannot do.